Hey everybody, I left the last video on fitting the roof kind of open there. We kind of got it to fit, but I'm not happy with that because it wasn't fitting well. And so I took it off, tried to put that side in first, which made that side fit perfect, and then this side was a problem. Yeah, I almost slipped. So I decided to make me a little shrinker. Done this before, it works out really well. A little handle on there, then you can hold it up and then you can shrink it. Or stretch it, you know, whichever one you're going to use. So my plan is I'm going to shrink it in this area in here. See if I can't get this to turn in some. Yeah, right. I don't have a lot of faith in it either, but we're gonna try. And same on this side, shrink it, get this to turn in some. We may have to go down a little bit farther to maybe get it to turn in some, but that's asking a lot for this big piece of sheet metal to just shrink it right here to make it turn. The other things, once we get the front fitting, if you remember when I had that side in fitting well and this side had a big buckle in it, well, of course now it doesn't. And you can see right now that it'll fit down in the back, but it pulls up in the front. So something's going on through here that we don't have, or vice versa. And you see it pushing down in that drip rail. We're gonna play with it a little bit. We're gonna see how far we get. Hopefully we get somewhere. Hopefully it all works perfect and hey, hallelujah. So let's shrink something, I guess. Let's grab our little shrinker. And you don't want to drop that on your toe or anything. I'm going to put you over here, move some things out of the way, turn you that way. Get a piece of wood. Hold that up. And yep, this is the shrinker. I wish that I could hold this and shrink it at the same time. Let's see if it's moving at all. I think I saw movement. Isn't that cool? Probably just me. Turn you that way now. right here. That side's fitting in. Now, so let's see. Okay, this side's in. Let's see if the other side's in. Probably not. No, it is. It's still in there. Still in there. Okay. All right. You're seeing my lip is it's way back. It's because it's slid way back by that much. See what happens when I do that? How that pops up. This falls down into place pretty much. It's a frustrating little fight. Well, the good news is I think our shrinking idea may have worked. Yeah, that's all it took, that little bit. Over to this side. Well, it's not quite there. Let me get a different clamp. See, what I'm doing, I'm looking at this corner right here. On the other side, the corner's in the middle of that. Can we manipulate that? Sure we can. I'm just trying to get this to fit comfortably and not fight and have a big bind. And see, but this corner's still sticking way up now, like it was in the other video because we put this corner down first. This one's nice and flat. All I can think to do is shrink some more, see what happens. Guess I need to undo that. Tell you what, when it gets stuck, it's stuck. Oh. Said oh right there because it really moved. So let's go to the other side. Why all of a sudden it really moved, I don't know. Different angle, I guess, of the shrinker. just looking down the line of the rip rail. I mean, this has a nice bend to it, just like this. Anyway, let's go to this side. Now this side will fight us, because we put that side in first. I don't like that. This is bent down because I pushed it that way from the inside. So we are here, kind of on it. We are here, kind of in the middle of it. But why that corner sticks up, I don't know. Again, I put this in, not this. So nothing should have changed. Grip rails are not holding it up. Although it is fitting better, it's not perfect. None of them are ever perfect, but I don't know why. Let me push this. No. See, that's what happens when we fit the front. everything. Oh boy. Much. It's down over there. Buckling over, you know, moving one way or the other. What I was thinking, as I was thinking about shrinking that, shrinking this here, which would tighten it up. As well as this side would tighten this up. It would bring this in. So then that would remove the buckle. Now the other little dilemma that I'm seeing, and not that we can't put a clamp on it, is when you saw me push this down, that side moved. I'm going to put a clamp right here. And I want you to watch what the side does. Isn't that interesting? So, we need another little clamp. It's over there. So I'm going to clamp it here. Watch what this does. Same thing. I'll move my arm. Only worse. Woo. Stick my whole finger up there. See, our arch is already, I mean, it seems good. I don't know. Wow, it's just really bad. Let me, let's see. I put a clamp on there before. Suck that in. Not as bad, but that can be forced to work, I guess, other than shrinking it all, I guess. I don't know. You can force it down, weld it in. Pop that back out again. That's not good because it's not seating. Okay, well, if we do that, then it seats. Okay, well, that's a good sign, I guess. I'm looking down the line of the drip rail. See this big buckle right here. One here. So that's probably because we're forcing it down. We're getting the buckle both places. When we start up front and then we force the back down, it's got to give somewhere, which is here and here. And it's forcing my drip rail out because my drip rail isn't welded in place, it's just screwed, which once it's welded, I mean, it's still going to be able to move anyway, somewhat, because this, isn't rock solid. Alright, I'm curious as to what the shrinker will do right here. That's the flange that the quarter panel gets welded to. Yeah. Not gonna work that way. God, it's under so much. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we looked down our drip rail. Remember the buckle? Not as much. Buckle the heck out of that. Kinkle, kinkle. That's what I don't like about shrinking or stretching something. If you're not careful, mess things up a bit. Okay, so the other side. Sitting flat there. Go relieve this other side before I fight with that. See if we can mess up this one too. essentially what I'm thinking is, okay, we're tightening this up. It might pull this down some. Tuck this side in first. Yeah. Oh boy. Ta-da. Yeah, it just moves around, you know. Never goes away. Just somewhere else is all. It's aggravating. Really aggravating. Go over here. Oh my Lord. Look at this. Don't see a lot of change right there. Like I said, that's more of a, looks like it's more of a, which it even pushes this over, more of a force it into place. There you go. And we got our little whoopty back right here. Don't know what to do about that. Now this is the bad side now, because put the other side in first. But shrinking did nothing. Well, might have done something, but not sure how much. So that will move. Shrunk this. That'll even pull this over. See what happens down the drip rail. Well, I don't see much happening. There you go, indentation right here. So our buckle is through this area. Well, I'm gonna fight with it and get back with you. Alrighty, me. Because I like to include you guys. That's why I say we. At the moment, I shrunk some more. It pulled in some more. Not sure how it's doing it, but it's doing it. It's fitting better. Where our little points are right there in the middle. Close to it anyway. Looks like I need to pull this corner in some. Can you clamp that for me? That'll do it. I'm trying to keep that even. I don't know why this piece is so much more different than that side, but hey, whatever. So now I'm going to attempt to put a couple shrinkages in there. What I'm trying to decide, do I shrink right in the center, or do I go more out towards each corner? That would bring the corners in, which, I mean, all of it's going to bring the corners in, but I would leave the center of it alone if I did just the corners. Eventually what I'm trying to do is pull it so I don't get the big buckle in it on each side at the quarter panel. think I'm gonna go medium, I guess. Go right there. Here where these holes are. Then I can reach it easier. What about equal distance each side of the hole? So you can see where I did it. Let's see a lot of movement. Doesn't look like that changed any. Yes, it is, yeah. See the part neat. You can put one side in. Perfect. Try to get the other side in and you got a big mess. Alright, we're just going to shrink the crap out of it. Do what we can. sides in. You don't have to worry about it. What I would like to do is to come up in here and do a little shrinking in here. Form this arch a little bit differently. You see that, you know, what does not make sense, like I said. And I'm just not a master at this, so one side will fit perfect. That tells me that that arch is not a problem. Okay, pull this down, clamp it, you get a little buckle there, of course. That shrinking of that flange is just not helping me. You're not seeing this part. That little buckle right there. From shoving it down there in that hole. And it's bending. That's why I'd like to shrink that and take some of that out. It'd bring it down. This side is fine. If I'd have put the other side in first, let's do that. Let's undo this. Jump. That side's completely, almost completely out. Yeah. Now watch. It's in there, but see, it's not following that arch till I pull this down. And when I do that, it's not pushing it out like it was. See, that would be clamped down. See, you see how much pressure we're putting on it. I mean, this is trying to come back again, that buckle. So one side versus the other in isn't making any sense anymore. Maybe it makes a difference if that side goes in first or this side. And I can't shrink on that. I can't, it's too small. Pretty small. See if I shrink on this flange, it's going to make it curve this way or whatever way. I don't want to do that. Okay, more thinking. See you in a minute. Okay, well, we took a break, then we came back, messed with it a little bit more, and made a decision to try something, and that was to trim the edge off of the roof skin, this edge, trim that edge off a little more. In this area, I had to trim a little bit more off. And when I say more, max was 1/8 of an inch that I trimmed off. That gave, but I did both sides. Okay, so that gave the hood, the roof skin, a little more room to spread out, let's say. Did that help my cause? Maybe a little bit. It's still wanted to buckle in here some, right here. That's why I cut off more in this area, because that's where, when I push down back here, this wanted to buckle. So cutting a little bit more off gave it a little more room to expand. I don't like it closed up my drip rail. You know, this one's a little wider, this one isn't. A little wider up here. But is somebody gonna go just look at that drip rail? Probably not, but I will. So we look down the drip rail. You don't really, I mean, you know, just to look at it, you don't really see a lot of difference in it. This part we need to flatten out this way some, no biggie. We'll do that later when we put the quarter panel on. So let's look at this side. Something I did do when I was trying to lift up on the skin is it buckled right here. Yeah. So I did my best to try to straighten that out. I got to work on it some more. But you see a dip and then a dip. That was already in there, but just a little bit more in there. So this pushed out some right through here. Clamps down pretty well. This side still is fitting better than that side. I even trying that side, well, I think you saw, trying that side first, it just was not working. And I'm looking down the drip rail to see if that line goes with the drip rail and flattens out and then arches a little more here, but that's probably because this drip rail's, yeah, flared out some. Anyway, whatever. So we are, in this case, 21 7/8 from here to here. Hopefully this is in the right spot. Remember, that's aftermarket. And same thing with this side, 21 7/8 from here to here. So the windshield will fit. Doesn't give me a lot of room actually, so I mean, to make a flush fit windshield won't take much more. Well, let's go look. 21 7/8 on the windshield opening, and our windshield here. This is the old windshield that was in it. This was replaced once. So let's check there. It's 21 1/2. So 3/8 of an inch difference. Yeah, still. So not bad. A little over, well, 3/16 on each end. Easily could make that flush mount. So let's go back into, because there's not a lot of room for clips, that's for darn sure. So, all right, back to here. Not gonna fight with it anymore. Yeah, this still sticks up in the back. You gotta clamp it down and then clamp it down and then clamp it down. But I think we're better up here. And the little shrinking did work for us. That shrinking here did not. Don't know if shrinking here more would help our buckle situation here, but I don't know that I'm that worried about that. That's clamped flush there to where it gets welded to. That is the bracket there, which makes it pretty steep, but it'll go. So that's it for fitting the roof panel now. Now I'm gonna get into the quarters and put my doors on, get them fit, and start cutting these babies off. Said that once before, but I wanted to show you about the shrinking to see if that worked. Did some, but also we found out we could trim this a little bit more, and it helped a little bit more. So like and subscribe. See you on the next video.